Aquarius, my name is Gregory Scott. Thank you for joining me today. This is your yearly astrology prediction for 2015, and I'm going to give you an idea of what 2015 is going to look like by looking at each month and giving you an idea of what influences you'll be working with. Alright, so you start this year, January, with a very kind of spiritual, otherworldly outlook, and you're really looking at the bigger picture. You're really communicating with kind of other worlds, and you're really asking the tough questions. Okay, so you have a real sense of what you're doing here, what your purpose is, and you're really very much up here. Now, that kind of realm is where all inspiration comes from. It's where the muses live. It's where, you know, the things that just descend without our control, which really infuse the world. You know, it's like Albert Einstein had his miracle year when all these ideas just came into his mind, and you start January 2015 with a real open door to that realm. So really be creative in January, really see what's coming through for you, and really see how you can enrich the experience of everyone else on the planet by tapping into that. That really ends for you in February. That it's done with. It lasts for January, and then that's it. And what happens in January is that you really focus on who you are and what you have to teach. So I really do feel that you have some communication, things to communicate that you want to impart with the rest of us, and that this is going to be very, very unusual info. So, I mean, you're pretty much out there in terms of your ideas anyway, Aquarius. You know, you don't think within the box, you always think outside of the box. But even for you, this is going to be unusual. Okay? Don't worry about that. Your relationships aren't going to be impacted by any quirky information that you've got to impart. If you decide, or if you, through your kind of inspirations, realize that you were on the Horsehead Nebula for a couple of incarnations, and you decide to tell the rest of us about that, don't worry about things going completely awry. The information that you've got is important and valid, and people aren't going to abandon you just because you've got something unusual to say. March, that continues, and March and April aren't the best months for you financially, so just look out for that. Kind of put some savings in place in January, February, but I don't see a lot of kind of positive income coming in, and I see kind of a little bit of a block to your finances and some challenge in that area. What I do see kind of on the other side of that is that you have where you're lacking in financial solidity, you really have the solidity in terms of realizing your hopes and dreams. So really just weigh that up and don't get too down about the finances, but really appreciate all this kind of information that you're getting in. It's really wonderful. Okay, by the time May comes around, your relationships really start to build in a positive way, and you've got a quincux between your Jupiter in Leo and your Pluto in Capricorn in the 12th, and I really see you meeting someone who's really pivotal in your life. So this could be someone who's a teacher, a mentor, an influence in your life, who's really going to alter the way you interact with people. You're also very sensitive to extra knowledge and traveling at the moment, so you're very teachable. So if you have tried to learn something for a while or dreamt of learning something, May is a wonderful month to start a new project, to start learning something new, and to really engage with someone who's more experienced than you are. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. June, work is very, there's some troubling you don't feel great about work. And what you are really interested in June is more the personal relationship side of things. And that continues into July. Don't worry about the work problems in June. They will resolve themselves. It could be that you have problems with a boss or a colleague, something like that, but it's minor. It's not a major thing that's going to alter the path of your work. It's a minor, trivial matter. You can ignore that. By the time July comes around, that'll be resolved. What does happen in June and July is that you have a lot of luck and success in the area of personal relationships, and in particular romantic relationships. So if you're single, really go out there and meet new people. It's a really wonderful time to explore that side of things, even with your lack of money. But you do communicate in a very interesting way, and you will meet people this year, 2015, that are very different to the people who've been in your life before and who will really enrich your experience. August is the best month for you relationship-wise. I really see this as big. Like, this is so good. It's got Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and the Sun in your relationship sector. This is like a marriage. This is meeting the person you've always, you've been waiting your whole life for. And this is someone who opposes your moon in Aquarius. So this is someone who's directly your counterpart. This is like, you are, Aquarius, you're the luckiest in terms of relationships out of all the signs of the zodiac this year. In August 2015, you have the most success there. And it's almost like you meet your soulmate. Or the person you're with turns out to be your soulmate. But I really get that there's something really profound that happens to you specifically and no other sign of the zodiac in August 2015. So really watch out for that month. It's really, really good. The two of you are going to communicate something in a really significant way, and it's almost like you found an ally to your unusual way of thinking, of being, and it's like your muses were up here at the beginning of the year and now your muses are with you on planet Earth. So this is all about being nurtured and supported by influences that really inspire you and bring out the best in you. Okay, just to make things a little bit more normal, I think October is a great month for you to go traveling, to explore different things, and I think you'd have a wonderful time if you decided to travel or to expand your mind rather than on a physical basis. And I think finances will be such that at this point of the year you will have you're not going to be able to go to, I don't think, to Hawaii for 3 weeks at a 5-star resort, but I do think you'd have no problem, or it would present you with no difficulty kind of going on a weekend break or a week break somewhere near to where you live. And I think you would improve your relationship even further and have a really magical, fantastic month. November is about work for you, and that's really very conducive. The issues that you had earlier in the year are completely resolved, and November is the time of the year when you can realize your hopes and dreams in terms of your career and to build some real solidity there. So it's almost like things are clicking into place. It's like you have this massive inspiration which completely blows everything up. Then you kind of integrate that into your life somehow. Then you get the amazing relationship in, then the work becomes more settled, and it's almost like poof, and then things go back to being really solid. So that's really what I get for you this year. And it's a very, I don't want you to be discouraged by the inconvenience of that massive inspiration at the beginning of the year, because a lot of people just want things to be normal and boring and sedate, and I want, to know where my money's coming from. I don't want some massive epiphany. Other people, on the other hand, would give anything to have this major kind of insight and this major inspiration. And I think Aquarius, you're pretty open to that anyway, with Uranus being your ruler, electricity and miracles. So the reason this comes to you is because you're open to it anyway. So I would like you to make use of those kind of insights and to do as much with them as possible, and to embrace the inconvenience of all of that. And that's what I get for you for 2015. So it is a very important year, and it's a year that's really going to put you on the map as a kind of inspired individual. If you'd like a private reading with me to show you specifically what your natal chart, what kind of extra tweaks there are within this, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. You can send me an email. The address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you want to, you can also join me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/GregoryScott444. Have a wonderful 2015. I will see you on the channel for the daily tarot readings, the monthly astrology readings, and I will speak to you soon.